So, we'll see. I don't know. You never know. I could like it. I really don't know anything about the game at all, except for the 1 out of 10 guys who shows up and goes, "Oh man, are you gonna play Night Rain, Aris?" Was that it? That's it. That was pretty cool. That was actually really cool. I made bird noises like T-Hawk. I made T-Hawk sounds, dude. That was pretty cool. Fuck. I hate that. This game fucking sucks. Hey, if you're wondering if this game sucks, it totally fucking sucks. It feels like being insulted. If you like Miyazaki games, especially if what you like about Miyazaki games is the quality of the environment and the world and the depth of each individual NPC and those types of feelings where you feel like this is more than just a regurgitated thing. It feels like meaningful. This game has none of that. It doesn't feel meaningful. It totally feels like just imagine like a battle royale type of game, at least in feel. It may not even be a battle royale. In feel, it feels like one of those types of games, just using the running and rolling mechanics of a Souls game. Like, it feels like one of those types of games to me. I wouldn't play it. I mean, you could try it. If I were you, if you like this type of game, try it. I'll tell you this. For me, as a player, I don't want to play with other people, right? There's like no way I'm going to do that, right? So if you take out the other people, then what is the game going to feel like by myself? And it feels totally whack, lonely, and artificially challenging. It's like a VR missions of Elden Ring. Artificially challenging and not meaningful. Doesn't feel meaningful to me. And obviously a cash grab. Obviously. But that's not a bad thing to me. Sonic Spinball, you know, like there's nothing wrong with a big company making a side game that is like you're just making a game and using Elden Ring to sell copies. That's not a bad thing if they fucking do something right. This is not that sick. But whatever, man. Break time paid shill. I wish I was. But I'm not even saying I like it though. Do you know what that means? I'm saying I don't like it and I was not paid. So both of those words that were describing words are actually incorrect. Not even close. But I wish they were correct, unfortunately, because I had to actually buy this game, and now I'm gonna have to return it, and no one wants to do all that. I think that Miyazaki's like money grab, cash scam concept is being like filtered down all the way to the fucking showroom floor. Like he makes the scam game, and then the Twitch streamers play the scam game, and then the Twitch viewers get influenced into playing the scam game, and then the whole thing. And then someone told me they have season passes in this, so you have to buy the characters, just like games that suck. I've praised Elden Ring up and down because of how it's just a game, no bullshit. And when they made a DLC, it itself was better than most games with no bullshit. No shop, no Tekken store, no Crash Bandicoot Racing store, you know, just straight up. And then they made an entire game based around that concept. Good idea. You know, this reminds me of the last Gran Turismo. You may not know this about me, but I love Gran Turismo. And I think Gran Turismo 2 is one of the best games ever, of all time, of any genre. It is such a wonderful game, okay? And I've always respected Gran Turismo until this newest Gran Turismo, where it was absolutely like One of the biggest falls from grace in history is Gran Turismo, the newest one. It really is deplorable. The way they price the cars in the game has now been adjusted to compensate for real money transactions. So a car that should be achievable for a regular guy just grinding in game is now impossible to acquire unless you pay for it. And that's something that shouldn't exist in Gran Turismo, but it does now. And so this is how I feel about this game right now. I mean, it just feels like, there's this level of, if you were the devs, how long would you last? How long would you last if you were Miyazaki and you had Honor and every dev around you is just making a killing through exploiting their fans with shops and gacha. And you're sitting here being an honorable code of conduct dev with no predatory transactions in any of your games. How long would you last? You're just looking left and right, and all of your peers are just making millions, hand over fist. You know what I'm saying? People who, okay, I'm getting influenced into trying Expedition 33 just because of people praising it so much, not to mention chicks like it, so I might score, right? But if you think about it, that game is a total failure at best. Like, even if that game sold 10 million copies, a developer looking at that would only think, man, that game fucked up. If they sold predatory transactions, it would be the greatest game of all time. They would see that game as a mistake. Regardless of how well it does, a developer or a big company would see that as, oh, that's a missed opportunity. If they had done the same game, but instead had predatory shit in it, it would have been the greatest game ever. So that game is not really going to influence anyone, dude. All it's going to do is please its fans and create like a following, but it's not going to get real big companies to stop liking money. That's the problem. They're never going to stop liking money. And people are so stupid. That sucks. I wish people were a little smarter. A little! You don't have to split the atom, shithead. Just don't fucking spend so much money on a game. That's it. Especially if the thing that you're buying is not exactly what you're going to get. Exactly. It has to be exact, not random, not gotcha shit. You are poisoning video games if you participate in gotcha shit. It's not, you think you have nothing to do with the problem, but if you fork over hundreds, even if you fork over a small amount, right? The developers who are eating your money, they're putting it in their mouth, they're never gonna want to make a regular game. Why would they? What am I, an idiot? Any smart, talented game developer who has any ability to make a game that's good, addictive, anything that's potentially good is going to want to work for the company that makes shitloads of money, not some random French company that made a turn-based game. You're fucked. And it's how it's going to be. And I'm going to be sitting back on the beach, sipping on samosas, playing Resident Evil on my PS1 till the end of time, talking shit to your bitch ass, refunding shit because of my AMD. You know what I mean? Enjoy that girl, amigo. Enjoy that gotcha bullshit. Have fun. I hope you get your favorite SMR. Or what? What the fuck is that called? You guys are funny today. I knew it, dude. Get your favorite SMR, you little perverted bitch, dude. I had a conversation with No Pants the other day that I found to be intriguing. He said that we discussed how he doesn't agree with me on my disdain for the concept of praising developers for stepping in the right direction. I have a true I genuinely can't stand praising developers for heading in the right direction, stepping in the right direction. I can't stand it. And he was like, why, dude? Like, it implies that people should make things perfectly on the first try. And then I thought about it and I was thinking, okay, perhaps you're trying to use this logic across other things, not just gaming. If you're trying to do that, there is no fucking product that you get off of the shelf when you go to the store and you need a wrench. You buy a wrench. It's not a wrench in progress where the wrench devs need to step in the right direction before it becomes a fucking wrench. You buy it, it's a wrench. And then he said, but there are sometimes factory defects. Sometimes people make mistakes. I said, dude, yes, that's why they're called fucking defects. It's defective. That's not early access. That's not beta. It's not a beta fucking wrench. It's a fucking wrench. It needs to be a game when it comes out. It can't be like a product that is in like development. Dude, it can't be that way. It's that way because of you, him and you. It's that way because of you, because you accept that shit and you fucking fork over the dough, man. Money is, what else is there, dude? What else is there? It doesn't matter what your review says. Nothing matters. All that matters is bucks. Cold and rock hard. All right? You see what I'm saying?